EXO Auto Works. EXO Auto Works is Colorado Springs' home of the $50 synthetic blend oil change. Call now, 719-375-3232, or visit exoautoworks.com to make your appointment.
Madrid Maintenance. Madrid Maintenance offers excellent handyman service in the Colorado Springs area, starting at just $45 an hour. You can reach them by phone at 719-963-2020 or online at facebook.com/Madrid Maintenance.
Enharmonic Studios. Enharmonic Studios is a hybrid digital analog facility designed to be quality and affordable to anyone who wants to make history. Call today, 719-963-2020, or go to facebook.com/Enharmonic Studios.
From EXO Auto Works. Streaming all over the world.
We're coming for you, globalist!
It's your weekly dose of toxic masculinity.
Toxic masculinity.
With Eric Madrid. And Trevor Lane. It's Man Tools.
Hello, everybody. So you can see I'm by myself again, but that should soon change. That's why I said we're going to start a little late, because Eric's running a little late. So I was hoping he'd be here, but he texted me a little bit ago, said, I'm on my way. Sorry, dude. I got a minute to sit down and I fell asleep. So, Eric is obviously a super hard worker, and that's what happens when you work really hard. You get a chance to sit down and you fall asleep. So, but I'm expecting him to be here any minute, depending on traffic and all that kind of stuff. But I didn't want to wait too long because, we do, I wouldn't quite say we have a schedule to keep, but we also don't have all night. On the home front, last week we did not have a show because my wife Carolyn got her second hip replacement. So she got the left one done a few years ago, got the right one done now, and she's recovering from that much better this week than that happened on the Tuesday before the show. So 2 days before the show. Basically her first full day at home. So I opted not to come in or even do the show from home, to be honest. It was like, no, I think we'll pay attention to this, put all our focus on that. So, but she's doing well with that. The other challenge that's been accompanied by that is the new puppy, because he's a bit of a jumper, but we've been working on that and he's getting pretty good. We're the big thing to me was he didn't jump on Carolyn and knock her down, because then I'd have to take him out back and shoot him. Or B, the other thing that we've been working on is he is not allowed to get in the bed. We were allowing him in the bed during potty training, but now that he is potty trained, he doesn't need to be in the bed. He knows to whine at us and such. So, yeah, he doesn't need to be in the bed. And that's we cracked the code on that. So the concern for me there was that he'd rupture her incision, jumping on her. Also, he's got some claws. They need to be trimmed. I don't know if it picks up on camera, but I have a little wound on my nose from him getting too excited to see me while I was sitting on the ground. But he is he is turning out to be a good little dog. So we're pleased about that. And yeah, that's about what's going on in my world. I was hoping Eric would be here by now. I kind of filled all the time that I could fill. So with that, I guess we'll do the news. And hopefully he'll pop in, I'm hoping, during the news intro. And of course, before we get into the news, as the news shows, that you need to be prepared. And one of the best ways to be prepared is to have some emergency food on hand. And the best place to get that emergency food is from Valley Food Storage. This stuff lasts for 25 years. It's easy to make, tasty. Now, you do need to be able to boil water. So keep that in mind. It's not like an MRE where you just add some water to a packet and it cooks for you. It's not like that. You do need to be able to boil water to make this stuff. But they have stuff to make sure that you can keep doing that even in an emergency on their site. So either way, go to prepare.mantoolsmedia.com. Get yourself some survival food from Valley Food Storage. You certainly will not regret it. If you never use it, you still won't regret it. It just means that you have it. And like Eric has said, maybe you can take it camping if you're into that kind of thing. It is just great, great stuff. All right. Enough of that. Let's get into some stories. Our first story, this has popped up a little bit over the years where, if you're too big and you show up for a flight, if you're taking up the seat next to you, you have to buy the ticket for the seat next to you. Like, that's how it works. Well, apparently the fatties are starting to have a problem with that. A plus-sized influencer is demanding free seats, bigger bathrooms on airlines, and some other things in an online petition. And the internet, of course, is aflame with reactions, because that's what the internet does, is react. Jocelyn Chaney, a travel and lifestyle creator, whatever the fuck that means, based in Vancouver, is demanding that the Federal Aviation Authority, I guess it could be Vancouver, California, but if it's Vancouver, Canada, I don't know why she's demanding anything of our Federal Aviation Authority, but she wants the FAA and airlines to give overweight flyers as many free seats as they require so that they can fly. I guess the point she's getting at is a ticket means a passenger, not a seat. Nope. And here's why I would say that she's wrong. Something that popped up with this, I forget who was talking about it, but this is actually brilliant. Someone was talking about how they have a friend who will buy the seat next to them just so they don't have to sit next to anybody. So it's clear that they are selling seats, not just a passenger, what would you call it? The ability for a passenger to be on the flight. So there you go. No, they're selling seats. Fuck you. If you need to buy two. Here's the other thing. What if they've sold all the seats and you show up, and I'm sure this has happened, weighing 400 pounds, and They already overbook. Like, I don't know if anybody's run into that. They already overbook. They're allowed to. They're allowed to sell more seats than they actually have. And this is so that apparently it's very common they have no shows. Which surprises me because flying is not cheap. I mean, it's a lot cheaper than it used to be. But I can't imagine getting a ticket and then not showing up. But because of that, the airlines justify overbooking their flights. So they'll actually sell more seats than they have on a flight. And if everybody shows up, that can cause a problem, which does happen from time to time. So, like, I don't know. Sorry, bitch. But I love this idea of buying the seat next to you, especially now that you can pick seats. I'm not sure, like, post 9/11, because I think you have to have a name. Maybe you just put your name twice. I don't know. Right? I guess that's what she has to do, right? Maybe that's the deal. So you put, and then you just get left alone by the row. Yeah, that's pretty wild. But I don't know. This lady's crazy to demand something like that. And here's my hunch is that this is just, it already says she's an influencer. So that's code for an attention seeker. Like we all are. We're all attention seekers. Everybody that's doing anything online is an attention seeker. So she knew that this would go viral and cause a buzz, and people would, some people would be upset. Other people would say, right on, girl, or whatever. There you go. She got what she wanted. We're talking about it. This is awesome. I don't know if how many folks follow football, as they call it overseas, or soccer, as we call it here. But a famous footballer is is either I'm going to go with brilliant. I think he's brilliant. So apparently this fella, Ashraf Hakimi, I think I'm butchering that. Well, he's married to the lady you could see down there. Nice looking gal. He plays on a Moroccan team, but I believe he's actually Spanish, or lives in Spain, something like that. But his wife decided she was going to divorce him. And like a lot of wives, when they decide that they're going to get divorced, they're like, ooh, alimony. And ooh, I get half of the things. Well, here's the problem. It's all mommies. That's right. This guy, I don't know if it's to hedge off something like this, but apparently 80% of his pay was going into his mom's account. And then he would ask her for money when he wanted to buy something. Anything that required documentation, like a title, cars, homes, things of that nature, they're all in his mom's name. And he just gets to live there without paying rent. He's a tenant, a rent-free tenant. So, in an even bigger twist, so, right, then the claim is, well, she'd still get alimony, right? Well, I believe, like I said, I think they live in Spain, so it's a Spanish court that's apparently handling this divorce. And Spain, this kind of surprised me, the way their alimony works is you don't get it if you have a job or income of your own. And she's like a model, so she's earning money of her own. So neither of them in that case would have to pay alimony. I think that's the way it should be. If both of you, the whole idea behind alimony was, it goes back to the evil patriarchy of the 50s and 60s, or even before that, where a woman gave up working to get married. That, or more accurately, their goal was to get married and not have to work. So if they achieved that goal and married a man, it wasn't even discussed typically. It was just given. She was going to stay at home and keep the house and raise the kids, and he would, continue his career and, bring home the bacon. So, and back then divorce was much more rare. You had to like prove fault and stuff. In some states, you had to prove adultery on the part of the other person. So if you filed, you had to prove that the other person was committing adultery. But needless to say, the thing with alimony was that after the divorce was done, that the man involved, because, she had given up any chance of a career. And typically women didn't really shoot for careers. Like I said, they shot for getting married. Well, that meant they didn't have any marketable skills. They had been out of the workforce for however many years. So the man would shell out, basically like they're still married, kept supporting her because, she, and a lot of times she would continue raising the kids. This is where the idea of divorce favoring women for custody comes from. Well, he's at work all day. Who's going to take care of the kids? Well, she's going to keep taking care of the kids. They're just going to take a little bit of his money and, keep her going. Well, apparently in Spain, their laws on that have caught up a little bit and said if any spouse that works or is earning income is not entitled to alimony from the other spouse. And I don't know if they get into income disparities or anything like that, but it doesn't sound like it. So this, needless to say, this lady was in for quite a shock. And then I read, fair's fair, right? I read kind of an update that recently came out that says potentially she could actually have to give up some of her assets. Like, I don't know exactly what she owns. Maybe she owns a house still or owns a car. Because it is marital property, right? Which is just, it's bonkers. But good on him, dude. Good for you. That's smart. I wasn't quite that smart. I haven't been quite that smart, or cynical, however you want to put it. I obviously have no plans on getting divorced, but I learned my lesson from my situation with my child's mother, where she was adamant that we were common law, and actually under the law we would have been, except for some extenuating circumstances, which I won't go into. So that, luckily I dodged a bullet there. Well, when Carolyn and I started living together, and this probably sounds like I'm a prick, and maybe I am, but I actually had her sign a lease. So she would legally be considered my tenant. I didn't require her to pay any rent, but just so that I had a piece of paper where, God forbid, something happens and things go south and she goes, "Oh, we're common law married," I can go, "No, we're not. You just live in my house." So, just an interesting little, my own kind of related anecdote. All right. Spinning on. Oh, Washington State. All right. We have a little section of, I hate to say it, some trans things to cover.
Trans Excuse me, it's ma'am.
All right. Well, KRATOM is very cool stuff. I'm going to keep it short. And you should get yours from Top Extracts. Go to kratom.mantoolsmedia.com or use that little QR code that just popped up on your screen and learn about or buy some KRATOM. This is awesome. What happens when you find a body LARPing? I got this from a few places. I think you sent it to me too, but I saw it a couple times. So this is awesome.
We were in the middle of our tournament when my friend John said he found a body in the bushes over there. I ran over there because I'm a healing monk to try and help, but obviously my magic wasn't strong enough because the dude's body was missing a head. So my friend decided to try and use a necromancer spell, which didn't work, which I knew it wouldn't. And apparently we can.
So here's what I want to know: is this a real? Like, did this happen, or is this from like a TV show?
I don't know. I don't care. It's
Contaminated.
It looks like a really good local news footage.
Dude.
The crime scene, because that spell uses a lot of glitter.
We contaminated the crime scene because that spell uses a lot of glitter. So they ran over there and we're throwing glitter all over this body.
Like,
Oh.
Bibbidi bobbidi boo. Throwing.
Oh, Jesus.
It's probably real. That's the sad part.
Ooh. And then, dude, this.
Yeah, this is gorgeous.
This is awesome.
This is all of
So,
monies.
See how the one on the right looks like melted lava, and the one on the left.
It looks like those old tables at Grandma and Grandpa's house. You know what I mean?
No.
The wood that they cut the tree, the old rosewood, where the bark's still on it.
Okay,
And
yeah,
they
yeah.
Cut it. It looks like one of those tabletops from.
I don't know. I was thinking this looked like the one on the right. I was thinking looked like melting lava, but okay.
Yeah, I was. Oh, sorry, I'm on the left.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So
Your
yes,
left,
the one on the
your
left.
left's my right.
The one on the left does look like what you said, where it's like a cross section from a tree. Yeah.
Yeah, like those old tables, and it's all concrete.
Yep.
It is so amazing to me.
Stamped concrete.
I like it.
Yeah.
I've seen the rubber boards that I've seen the guys do that. So you get like 2 rubber boards or 3 rubber boards or whatever, and they'll stamp in like stone.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And then they've got long ones that they'll lay down and walk on it across the whole driveway, and it looks like planks of wood.
Right. Yeah.
This is a whole nother level.
Yeah, this is neat.
That's just a whole nother level. Yes, that is amazing.
That's wild. Yeah, it looks like you built your house on top of like a redwood that got cut down.
Yeah, so cool. There's trees in the yard going, man. Yeah, that's my favorite.
That's neat.
That is my favorite one. I dig it. I dig it so much.
Yeah, so they I guess pour the concrete and then lay down this stamp that causes it to have that shape and pattern. And then they come back and they like stain it.
Yeah, that's super cool.
Unless they put the coloring in the concrete. Maybe? I don't know.
I don't know.
That would suck if it wore off and then it was just people would be like, "What's wrong with your patio?"
Patio. I'm sure
why is it such a weird shape? Why didn't you just do a square? You're like, "No, it looked really cool when it had the color."
That's awesome.
But yeah, that is badass. And then do we have another cool stuff? I think we do. Yes, dude. This, if I wasn't already married.
Yeah, this yeah. 20 years younger and actually,
Dude, I would just
desirable bachelor.
I would just throw babies into her.
I'd be like, oh, this, yeah.
But
The perfect woman doesn't exist.
Let's do this. Not quite done yet. We're gonna slow this one down a bit.
syrup or whiskey?
That'll do.
Did you see her, the one where she's got the sword?
No.
Dude, I followed her on Instagram.
Oh, I don't even know who she
Holy
is.
moly, ravioli. I'll send it over. So she's got this Viking looking sword, and it's designed for wood splitting. And yeah. So she's up there, boom, and then the dude comes on, the Mr. Viking guy, gets her on the ship. It's like, yeah, dude, I'm with ya. I'm so with you.
You're now a shield maiden.
Yeah,
Come
right.
with us.
Yeah. Yeah, she's a neat young lady. She's got a cool little channel, and always keeps it classy. Just ass kicking chick right there.
That's great. All right. Well, with that, we'll pay some bills and then we'll get into some sports.
Money, 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 money.
Money. Wait, no, that's it. No anymore. We'll have to pay for that.
It was out of tune.
On my way over here, my brakes made an awful noise, and the last time I got them done, it was so expensive.
You should go to EXO AutoWorks. They did a great job on mine, and it was way cheaper than anywhere else I've been.
That sounds great. I need to get their number from you.
At EXO AutoWorks, we offer the best price on brake service in town. We include brand new brake pads, rotors, and hardware, which saves you money and gets you on the road faster. See our website for a full list of our services. Call EXO AutoWorks today.
There's good reason for my glistening skin, and how I shine, and how my pores are so clean and clear. I eat little baby's ice cream. It keeps me young. It keeps me light on my feet. I spring from activity to activity. I love my job. I love my life. When you eat little baby's ice cream, you'll wink and nod and hug and high-five each other with great enthusiasm. This is a special time. Little baby's ice cream.
Right.
Right.
Little baby's ice cream. Well, if you're not a little baby and you have a beard, you should take care of that with Beards Until Skulls, veteran-owned, American-made beard oils and balms. Check them out by going to beard.mantoolsmedia.com or use that QR code that showed up right over there. All right, let's do some sports. It's all youth, high school stuff this week. So check this out. Eric Kilburn, he's a high school freshman. We're about to show you the picture. Gets size 23 shoes
Okay.
to play football because they didn't have that before. Yep. So this dude was having trouble getting shoes, and Under Armour was like, "We got you, homie." I think he's the only high school kid with a fucking shoe endorsement.
Really weird story about that.
He's like, "I want to play football, but
my buddy Eric in high school got a shoe endorsement. Like his stepdad went and hounded him, and he was going to play pro ball and everything. And then when he got to college, they hemmed him up. Said, "You've already been endorsed."
oh yeah, you can't play college.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
that goes
ended up-
against all those
he ended up in
NCAA
Trinidad.
shits.
Like he was good.
Yeah.
Like he could have. Sucks so bad.
Yeah.
Sucks so bad. So hopefully they just, it's not an official sponsor.
Yeah, you've already been like pro.
You've already been pro.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, because 14-year-old homie here who
So
already looks like a linebacker from the Giants.
Well, here, let me double check the story, but I think they just donated the shoes. After his family told the Flint Journal this month that they've exhausted multiple avenues for trying to find him shoes that fit. Obviously, he goes by Big E.
I mean,
the teenager also wears a special helmet, a Schutt F7, as it's the only company that manufactures that size. His father also believed his son's shoulder pads looked a bit small. Yep, I don't doubt it. 6'10", 14, dude. Holy fuck! Look at that kid.
Yep.
His shoulder pads do look a little small.
Yeah. Good, Rich. Blimp.
Kilburn has been wearing size 22 basketball shoes, the same ones 7'6" NBA player Taco Fall that a friend discovered at a Nike outlet a year ago. The shoes, which he calls Banana 11s, have been professionally stretched. Wow. On Sunday, the Kilburn family met with Rob Kropp, senior director of... Oh, dude, I haven't been showing any of this. Fuck. All right. You got to see this monster. Look at this dude. And if you're in the chat and I make mistakes like that, please tell us. I'm sitting there rambling on, as you can see, and you can't see.
Yeah. I come back and all goes to hell, doesn't it? What a
dude.
Show. This kid,
yeah,
he's
so
going places.
Under Armour hooked him up. I think it's just a donation. They just went, we'll make some for you and give them to you. I don't think it's a...
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Jeez Louise. But that's wild. Well, good for you, Under Armour. Thanks for helping out.
Yeah, I kind of get the impression that they're kind of a Walmart brand. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's nice. Maybe that Walmart money's been helping them out.
And then this, let me see. I have to read the thing that I have. So this is a 7'4" teenager. Yeah. Basketball player named Victor. I'm not going to try to pronounce that last name, but he executes a putback one-handed dunk from his own missed three-pointer.
Okay.
So check this out.
And just once they get used to the physicality of the game, they're able to
So he's gonna
as you see him
goes for the three. Misses. Oh shit! I'll get it.
That's just amazing.
Wow, I got this.
Isn't that wild? And then finally, dude, this is insane. You're about to watch, because I still don't believe that I saw it. A 750-pound deadlift by a 198-pound 16-year-old in a powerlifting contest. Now, he is cheating by going sumo, but... That's almost 4 times his body weight. Very close.
Damn.
This close. I just have to.
Yeah, let's do that again.
Right?
I'm impressed.
That is one that will go down in his story.
His story. Nice segue.
Thank you. Which, I mean, obviously that means it's time
It's
for the
time.
week in his history.
And first on the flank, get it started. It's fired and it's fired.
Even though you didn't see me look at it, I knew that it was time for the week in his history because I have my awesome Smith & Bradley watch. And if you want an awesome Smith & Bradley watch, a life well lived deserves a watch well worn is their motto, and I completely agree. Check them out at smithandbradley.mantoolsmedia.com, or again, go to the QR code down there right behind Eric. This week in his story, we start with the first trailer trash. Sort of. April 20th, 1879, the first mobile home, which of course was horse-drawn at that time, is used in a journey from London to Cyprus. And of course, they're Scottish. Because who else would have come up with that?
You got to make a caravan. And a dag.
A dag?
A dag.
You like dags?
Dags. Oh,
Oh, a dog? April 21st, 1918. German fighter ace Baron von Richthofen, known as the Red Baron, is shot down and killed.
That's right. This is historically accurate.
Historically accurate. The pilot, Lieutenant Snoopy.
Right, World War I flying ace.
Yep. And his co-pilot, Corporal
Woodstock.
Yeah. I'm like, why can't I think of his name? Of course, rendered the fatal shots.
That's it. And then went on to many few decades later, host the greatest rock and roll concert of all time.
That's right.
We're stupid.
Do you remember Snoopy's hippie cousin? Was it his cousin that would come in? He had a mustache.
It's like all his brothers and sisters.
Yeah, it was like, what? They kept in touch.
Yeah, he had the big roly-poly one, and then there was like one that kind of looked like a hippie dude, skinny guy with a little mustache.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I think he'd sometimes go visit the skinny dude,
out in the
desert. Yeah, it was like out in Arizona or something. Let's see. April 22nd, 1889, the Oklahoma land rush officially starts at noon as thousands of Americans race for new unclaimed land after we decided, no, the Indians can't have it.
Also, the last time anybody rushed into Oklahoma.
Yes, you are correct. All the rushing would be to get out after that. Let's see. April 23rd, 1969, Sirhan Sirhan is sentenced to death for killing Senator Robert Kennedy. That sentence would later be commuted to life in prison because California got rid of the death penalty. Also, if he was the one that pulled the trigger, there's some like serious MK Ultra brainwashing shit going on here. So, just saying. I think much like Oswald, he was not supposed to live through what happened.
Right.
Yeah, it's wild. The Kennedys don't even want this guy kept in prison, and they just keep going, nope. Can I have parole? Nope. Let's see. April 24th, 1981, the IBM personal computer launches, comes on the market, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Fun fact, do you know who's the first person, I guess the first consumer to ever own one?
No, I don't.
Julian Lennon.
Really?
Yep.
That's cool.
They were friends with his parents, and they brought one over for him in 1978 to have and
Wow.
around with.
That's cool.
Yeah. Weird facts.
Yeah. Were they like, hey, Jude, here's your computer?
Yep. Wrong Beatles kid, whatever. The other fun the other fun fact about that is the dial-up tone also came from that dinner when Yoko wanted to sing.
No. Hey Jude was about Julian Lennon's parents' divorce. It was Paul McCartney saying how sad he was that his nephew was, yeah. You're like, wrong Beatles kid. No, it's the right, it's the right guy.
It's the right guy.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, dude.
He changed it from Jules to Jude so that, because he thought John might get upset that he wrote a song about his kid like that. Supposedly, I don't know.
Supposedly.
That's what he said.
Supposedly.
And he was like, and he talked like, I am Paul McCartney, so I assume it was really Paul McCartney.
Paul died in 1964, remember?
That's true. That is true.
He's the walrus.
Well, Paul's double then.
Paul's double. The guy's made a great career.
Let's see. Finally, April 26, 1861, President Abraham Lincoln, possibly the worst president ever, suspends the writ of habeas corpus. For those that don't know what that is, habeas corpus is a Latin term that means body of evidence, if I'm not mistaken, something about a body. But the bottom line is that even back in the Roman Empire, to say there was a murder, there had to be a dead body. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If you see somebody murdered, there's got to be a body.
Yep. So this made it where, we don't have evidence, just an accusation. Well, lock them up. Go ahead and arrest them. It had to do with the war, but
Regardless, that guy had a lot of overreach. I'm just saying.
Just a little.
Just
a little.
Like, whoa, what's that one?
And that brings us to the end of the week in his story, which is also the end of our show.
All right. Not a bad. Sorry. Drywall dust. Yeah, we'll get back steamrolling on this thing again here pretty quick.
Yeah.
Maybe a little change the window dressings a bit. Do it again. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Got some ideas too. We're just gonna get ChatGPT to do our whole show.
To write it? Yeah, that'll work. That's no problem. Yeah.
Then we get that other place. Get some video. Get our avatars.
Yeah, we'll just deep fake the whole thing.
Fake the whole thing.
Awesome. We don't have to show up.
Most successful show ever.
Did you hear there's a song by Drake and somebody, but it's not them at all. It's completely computer generated shit.
Yeah.
It's like, and now I forget, some record company is now trying to, I forget how they worded it, but they're not happy because they can't say that it's a Drake song because it's not.
Yeah, can't profit from it 'cause it's not.
Or this other guy. So they're trying to be like, no, you can't deepfake music. It's wild. Wild world we live in.
It is pretty bizarre.
Well, merch.
New merch?
We are back with spring. Long story short, we were doing Printify through eBay, and I go, take a look at how the old storefront looks. And there's only one item there, and I'm like, what the fuck? So I go in the back door on Printify, and we have like however many published items, and only one is showing up. I'm like, okay, so I unpublish everything and publish everything again. The one item goes away and comes back. Nothing else pops up. Now, here's the problem. eBay charges us $5 a month to have a store, and I'm like, if this is how it works, we're not doing that. Yeah. So, yeah, spring is like, I guess it's the best we can get without paying money to anybody.
Big bag of stuff. All right, well.
So, but they do finally have hats. So you can get a MAGA-inspired Make Men Manly Again hat in either red or camouflage. Of course, it comes in red. You can't have that.
Of course, it comes in red. It's fun because people look and they go, oh, that's a metal. Oh, wait, what does that say?
What?
Oh, wait, what does that say?
Also,
peace and ammo.
I like that.
Yeah, I mean,
also with the merch, if you're you can get that at merch.mantoolsmedia.com, and if you're a member of our Facebook fan group, you can get free shipping with the little code that I posted in there. And if you're a paying subscriber on Locals, you can get a 20% discount on any order with a code that I posted there. And if you're both, you can use both codes, I think. I didn't tell it you can't, so I think you can. And get free shipping and 20% off.
We're all about the money. We just need it. Has to happen. Thank all of our sponsors for giving us all that money so we drive around our new cars. Find them at sponsors.mantoolsmedia.com. Go to our website, mantoolsmedia.com. Find all of the Man Toolsy and stuff you want, and we will keep you posted on the new merch stuff. That should all be up at our links.co/mantoolsmedia. We got some crazy stuff coming in 2023. Sorry I've been slacking. I've had had a rough year. It's fucking only April.
That's it.
It's 420. Oh yeah, it's 420.
It is 420.
Oh yeah, happy 420 everyone who partakes.
Yeah, I'm like the weed thing, Hitler's birthday. There was something else too that's like a big deal. Yeah, whatever. So happy birthday, Hitler!
I knew he was going there. Oh. Ironically. That needs to be our new t-shirt instead of allegedly.
Ironically.
All right, folks. We'll see you next week. Same man time, Man Tools time, same Man Tools channel.
That's right. Good night, everybody.